Hello, World All Day friends. I'm Elizabeth Ann Coleman, speaking to you from my home in Washington, D.C., where many Christmases have been celebrated over the decades. More decades than I really want to recall now. But under the Christmas trees here in the house, over all these years, there have been certain things that come out from year to year to year, from decade to decade to decade, sometimes even more decades than this house has existed. First of all, if we do this chronologically, I have to reintroduce you to this wonderful Santa Claus who was given to a little girl in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at the end of the 1880s. Unfortunately, she only lived to be 4 years of age, and we have always kept this in remembrance of her with her photograph as a reminder of how ephemeral Christmas gifts can be. It's a wonderful Witzak German Santa Claus for the American market, and there are a couple of dolls here peeking out of the pack. There are bells and other toys, and he's all cloth. So that's graces usually the mantelpiece behind me. Now, almost of the same period is a gift from a dear friend, and you may have one of her books on your bookshelf. This was a Christmas gift from Nora Earnshaw, an English doll collector, and it was a Christmas tree ornament, and it opens up and it has this wonderful little composition swaddling baby inside. A surprise for anybody. It's paper, embossed paper of a wonderful shell. And I get to look at it every year now. Then, probably next in age, are these two snow babies riding on their wonderful tin metal sleds, bright red. You find, if you're poking around looking for these snow babies from the early years of the 20th century, the dolls, but very rarely do you find the sleds. These belong to my mother, and they have been part of Christmases in the family since she was a child. And I believe that these were given to her in her 3rd year, which makes them now well over 110 years of age. Christmas time is a time of memories of friends. And here I have a reproduction Kewpie in wax made by two very dear and very talented friends, Susan Serkis and Betty Ann Twigg. They both were very competitive about what they made, and the fact that they worked on this as a team for us has always meant a lot to us. And I think with his little beret on and his little sash, even though he's turned to a cube of ice, he's a very charming reminder of their imagination and craftsmanship. And finally, as many of you know from other programs that I've done for the Carmel World All Day, there's John Noble, who I taught how to have snowball fights. One of my great talents is snowball fighting. You might not recognize that in me, but it is. That and rock collecting. Some people will recognize that as a special talent that I have. And he made this wonderful jumping jack mouse for us to hang on the Christmas tree. This is one of two that he made for us. And so I trumpet a wish for you all to have a wonderful 2023 and enjoy your hobby of doll collecting, and don't let the mice get into the dolls to eat them up. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and hopefully I'll see you for another event.
Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button.